In gaming, there is no community more accustomed to bad news than the Halo community. Halo and bad news goes together like french fries and ketchup. It's basically all you ever get from Halo is more doom and gloom that just puts a big frown on your face. And it is just so sad to see. And just when you think that it has hit rock bottom and can't get worse for the franchise, they always find new lows. Most recently with their potential big investment into Gen AI for the upcoming Halo titles, which we'll dive into in a moment. But for over a decade now, Halo has been in such a sorry state for what was once a juggernaut in the gaming space, an absolute trailblazer, a powerful IP that the world knew and respected. Halo has been reduced to just kind of like a sad queef and like an afterthought in the modern day and age. The only time you hear Halo brought up nowadays is when there's new information like this about Gen AI and how it's going to be crucial to upcoming Halo titles, and people shooting spitballs at it and making a mockery of the 343 Halo decade that we've been unfortunately subjected to. Even when they do have a win, like Halo Infinite's multiplayer on launch, a lot of people, myself included, really enjoyed the Infinite multiplayer. The problem was they released it in such a bare-bones state and didn't tend to it for about 2 years. So you could spend like 3 weeks grinding it and you basically finish everything Halo Infinite's multiplayer had to offer, and they didn't add anything or update it for 2 years, and they couldn't deliver on any of their promises. Like with Forge coming out in that time, it took them so long for Forge, and even just the most basic features. They never even followed through on like split screen, for example, because it was too hard and confusing or whatever. It's such wasted potential because they did have that good start. People were finally like kind of pumping their fist, oh, Halo might be back, this is really enjoyable, and they couldn't translate that into momentum because I guess they just all of a sudden took like a 2-year break at the office. They said, all right, job's done. Time's up. Time to clock out and go home and do nothing for the next 2 years. And obviously people kind of got bored of it when there was still nothing being added to it. It was the same thing every time. So even though now in its current state, it's much better. And from a competitive standpoint, it's amazing. Not to suck our own dicks again, but our esports team, Shopify Rebellion, we are literally the Halo World Champions. We just won the World Championship, which is the final HCS World Championship. And it was incredibly hyped to watch this entire season. But it took so long for Halo Infinite to get to this point that most casual players have already checked out and didn't ever come back to the game because it just too little too late in their eyes. And the gaming industry is moving so fast with so many games coming out, most people aren't willing to give a second chance to a game that they dropped 2 years ago under the potential idea that maybe it's better than it was then, they added more to it. So the casual audience doesn't stand behind Halo. The competitive scene may be great, but it's just they weren't able to, once again, have people believe in Halo. And now there's so little confidence in the 343 team, they rebranded to Halo Studios to try and, start fresh, going to a new engine with Unreal 5, abandoning their $500 million investment in the Slipspace engine that crashed and burned for them. And even with this new rebrand and everything under Halo Studios, they still find a way to squeeze defeat from the jaws of victory. Their strategy, based on all available evidence, is to remake their remakes. So they've already confirmed a Halo CE remake, which is now the second remake. This is worse than fucking Skyrim re-releasing 1,000 times for every digital alarm clock and smart fridge on the planet. They remade Halo CE a while ago, and now they are remaking that remake coming up in 2026. But without multiplayer. So it's just a worse remake. Yes, it's on a new engine and everything, and it's like a big overhaul and everything. But what the fuck is the point? You've already remade it once. And it's so misguided. And they are also now allegedly going to remake the Halo 2, which has already been, having a remake of its own. And they are going to be remaking Halo 3, which is the first remake there. But they're not doing new Halo. Their strategy seems to be, hey, remember our good Halos? We're doing it again. That's just a very sorry approach, and it's hard for me, as a huge fan of Halo, to get hyped. And make no mistake, I've been a gigantic fan of Halo my whole entire fucking life. I got Xbox Live when I was 10 years old to play Halo 2 online. I love this franchise, and I hate what's happened to it. I've even been doing a Legendary Marathon again, which I've already done on stream, for my gaming channel, and I love it. Revisiting them, they still hold up so well. They're timeless classics, but I don't want to just see them constantly just fucking like revived from the grave like necromancy and with a new, coat of paint on it, new makeup. What the fuck is the point? Just try and make good Halos again. It's just so sad. And I know they have like an unannounced Halo multiplayer title apparently that they're working on. We don't have any info there, but we do also have info on is apparently their big investment into using AI as a crucial component to developing their upcoming Halo games, which again is a huge fucking L. It's such a shame. I was yapping about it on stream. I'm going to play those clips for you real quick, and then I'll come back in and talk more about it, because it just hurts a lot. Again, I fucking love Halo. Like, this is a certified LeBron scream if you love Halo moment. Ah! Like, it is such an incredible, near and dear to my boners franchise that has fallen on hard times for well over a decade now. It's so sad. You see, Halo Studios might be going all in on Gen AI. I didn't, but you did just remind me. I need to whine and complain about something I saw that I wanted to look more into, and hopefully what I read was wrong, about how Halo Studios is prioritizing remaking the original trilogy. I know they're already doing the CE remake. I've already given my fucking 2 cents on that. I don't think there's a reason to remake a game that you've already remade. I don't care if it's on a new engine. They have already, with the MCC, remade Halo CE. Like, you don't need to do it again. And they're doing it without multiplayer, so they're literally just remaking the remake on just the single player. That's useless to me. And I read that they're doing the same thing for Halo 2 and 3. Again, with the MCC, they have already remade Halo 2, kind of Anniversary Edition. They don't need to do it again. A Halo 3 remake, that is a little more understandable, but still, you already have the MCC. Why not just work on a new Halo that's good? And we can forget about, what's been happening recently. Now, I want to look it up and see if that's actually true or not, and hope it's very wrong. Because I think that is so silly. I think that is just so silly. If you want to give the Halo series to, like, PlayStation, like, get them involved, just give them the MCC. Don't waste years and years of resources and time remaking your remakes. I'm here talking about Halo Combat Evolved remake. New multiplayer planned. We don't have any info on that. New report from Rebs Gaming indicates that there are also plans to remake both Halo 2 and 3, in addition to CE. And is this a reliable source? How reliable? Yesterday I confirmed Halo Studios is planning to remake the original Halo trilogy, and today I'm working on another report about Halo Studios. Is this about Gen AI then? Was that his next report? I can already just feel the writing on the wall. How did it come to this? What happened? What happened? Report, Halo Studios going all in on Gen AI. Xbox Studios hiring ML experts for Gears and Forza as well. One key aspect the developer is focusing on is generative AI. New evidence spotted by Rebs Gaming, that's who broke this one, highlights how artificial intelligence is expected to become a pillar of development for future Halo titles. Yeah! That's what we needed! Halo Studios has hired a new chief of staff, Angela Hesian, who previously worked as the global head of gaming safety and trust at Microsoft. However, she also started her own AI consulting company in 2024. We're so back. Halo's returning to the glory days! Gen AI ought to bring it back. The first thing you think of when you hear AI-generated games is high quality. Now imagine when you take the talent of the former 343 team and couple them with AI. What they can create. The sky's the limit! Unbelievable, man. Oh my god. Whatever, it's not like it was working for them anyway. Like, they have been in a rough spot for a while. I can't imagine it getting worse. Whatever. Rebs Gaming is pretty reliable. He started the rumor about the CE remake. Well, he was right there. And this sounds... I mean, this is not really a rumor. That's pretty cut and dry. Yeah. It's not looking good for the future of Halo Studios. I'll be honest, I bought into the hopium that maybe rebranding as Halo Studios, switching engines, and just ground up would be a fresh start and be good. It's looking worse. It's looking much worse. Oh, that makes me so sad. Why would you fall for that? The same people still work there. I don't fucking know, man. One of the things I think really fucked them with Halo Infinite was spending like 8 years developing a $500 million slipspace engine that they couldn't even figure out how to use. So I thought by just switching to an engine that they don't have to constantly like tweak and fucking titty twist on, it would save them a lot of trouble and be able to actually focus on making a good game. By the way, that $500 million slipspace engine now retires with only one game ever being made with it. Fucking awesome investment. Was the engine any good? Maybe they should just release it. I don't think anyone wants to touch it. If the people who fucking made the engine couldn't even use it to develop Halo Infinite where they had to like restart twice or whatever, I don't think anyone's gonna want to take the time to try and learn it themselves. That's because they used contractors so they didn't have any time to learn it before they left. Oh wait, is that what happened? I remember the contractor fiasco. I didn't know it was engine related, where they just basically bounced without ever teaching them. I didn't know that. Remember how they said adding Team Slayer was a difficult task and might take some time after release? I don't remember that. I just remember how the multiplayer came out. I actually had like a lot of fun with it for a couple weeks, and then I finished everything the multiplayer had to offer, and then for 2 years after that, it stayed exactly the same with nothing in it. Yeah, it was like 6 maps and nothing else in 3 game modes. They couldn't get Forge out in time. They still never even followed through on the split screen or anything. Oh man. Oh man. It's so sad. It's so sad. Didn't Glitchers find a way to do split screen because they couldn't do it? Yeah, eventually the community found a way to brute force it. Yeah, no, it makes me salty. I just... Especially after replaying the good Halos, I just wish it could somehow get back to that former glory. That's all. I just hate to see what's happened to this. Now, I fully recognize there are people out there that are excited about remaking the original trilogy again. I just am not one of them. I really can't fathom why you would be excited about that. They have already remade CE once. They have already done an upgrade to Halo 2 once as well. Why do it again? Like, I don't care that it's a new engine, it's still the same experience. Like, I don't care if it's prettier and whatever. In fact, I prefer the old look of those games. I like the originals. I don't need them remade and then remade again. I would much rather Halo go forward as opposed to just staying in the past for all of these, like, nostalgia trip moments. Like, you remember this? Well, check it out now with ray tracing. Like, I don't give a fuck, man. Just try and make a good Halo again. That's what I really want. And I truly don't understand the decision to remake CE and then not include multiplayer. That is actually like a crazy stupid idea. That is an indefensible notion. I do not get that whatsoever. But again, maybe the multiplayer Halo they're working on will save all of it. I just don't have any confidence in them to. I really don't. This feels like they are completely directionless and just stuck trying to recreate the magic of the past. And not even recreate it, they're not even really trying to do that. They're just trying to once again show you the magic of the past made by people that don't work at the current studio that's showing you it. So like I just think there's so little to be excited about with that direction. And I know I already addressed this on stream. I've seen the cope where people are saying this is to introduce a new generation of Halo to get them excited about it on like PlayStation and everything. Okay, great. Give them the MCC. That is the whole point of the MCC. Why would you waste all this time and money doing this for that? You already have the MCC. Give them that. I don't like it. I do not like the green eggs and ham here. And I really, 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 really don't like the Gen AI enthusiasm that's reportedly present here at Microsoft and Halo Studios for their upcoming Halo titles. They were already slop before AI was introduced. I can only imagine how much worse it will get with that. Like, again, just when you thought it couldn't get worse, it's looking like it can. if they are truly going all in on Gen AI for Halo games coming up, there is just no hope. So yeah, I've been yapping about this for a bit now, I know. But I just really love this franchise and really hate what's happened to it. And it's not looking like there's any greener pastures coming up or anything like really shining bright in the future with Halo Studios here at the helm. But I guess maybe the multiplayer game might have some potential. I don't know. I can't believe I'm still latching on to hopium here, but I just had to whine about it a little bit more. That's really about it. So yeah,